Good morning, everybody. So, I just got up a little while ago and I'm drinking my coffee still. And I saw something, it kind of like sparked something inside of me because um, I'm just trying to figure out how to word it. I want you to know that all it takes to be spiritual is just to really be true to yourself. And the more true you are to yourself, the more you honor your truth, the more you honor what you believe and stand up for yourself, set boundaries in your life. This is what opens up the doors of evolution. That's what I'm hearing. And I know a lot of people want like a quick fix. Like, how do I just like they want to make contact with their guides. They want their third eye to open and they're to be able to trust their intuition and all this stuff and y- there is no magic pill. The magic pill is working on yourself from the inside out. It's every day sitting down and being open to a connection to the divine. Um yeah, it doesn't happen overnight. You don't just I still, question the thing myself at times, I've only just started beginning to have these days where it's like I seriously don't give a fuck what anybody else has to say about how I feel spiritually or anything. It's like just completely trusting in who I am, but it's like taken so much practice and I've had to have my share of life experience and I've had to walk away from situations and learn and grow and constantly view my part and not somebody else's part. um that's what's allowed me to open up more and more spiritually and to trust myself. I don't do spells. I don't, I don't I, I, I never took like any kind of magical pill. When I was younger, I tripped on acid hundreds of times. I don't know, maybe that was it. I did have an experience where I shared on here. It was the last time I ever tripped on acid because the time before I'd had an awful experience and I had tripped hundreds of times and just adored LSD so much that I didn't want my last experience with LSD to be this like horrific thing. Okay. So, I asked God to let me trip on it one more time. And I literally floated on my back on in a pool for like 8 hours straight and literally saw how, I don't know, just everything melted into one. Okay. It was like I was like one with the water and then I became one with the cement from the water that was around the pool and then like the chairs. Like I just saw how everything was just melted into one and that's how I stayed for like 8 hours. But I mean, I don't know, did that like impact me? I don't know because always have felt that connection. Even as a child I drifted away during my drug years, although I did have experiences, but um I would say it wasn't until I completely stopped drinking and doing all drugs that I built a connection with a true connection with where I wasn't thinking it was my imagination or even caring whether it was my imagination or not, because I was seeking something outside of myself to help me change my life. And that was 20 years ago. And I'm not saying that it's going to take you 20 years to learn how to trust yourself, but I'm just saying that, that was 20 years ago that I started working on myself. And it's like things take time. The things that I knew now, or the things that I did or was okay with doing, my first 5 years of living a different lifestyle. It's like today I'm not okay with those things, because it's like I had all these experiences I had to go through, and they um taught me all kinds of lessons, but I always stayed open to the lesson. Okay. I mean, I've made every mistake in the book practically, and looked a fool many a time. And I'm sure there's people out there that take the quick route, and they don't work on any kind of character building, and they're just out there doing it and reaping the benefits of it. And that's great. That's great. For me, it's just not been my experience. For me, um, my connection and my understanding and my like spiritual awakening and truths like continue to be revealed the more that I honor who I am, and my own experience, and value that. Um, there is no magic pill. Like, at least there hasn't been for me. And there is no quick route. I feel like, it's all also like a little bit, um, I don't know, when I think about somebody like doing something to rush their connection, it's like, you may encounter something that you're just not ready to embrace. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, um, because even as my spiritual awakening, like 7 years ago, like where things like really went to like a whole nother level, like I was freaking out, um, and I remember saying out loud, to them, like, you got to go slower than this. Don't be showing up here looking like that, okay? like I can't, like that was too much too soon, okay? And like I don't somebody could go crazy. I don't know, I don't know what, but I know that for me it's been slow and steady, and I've been very grateful for that, okay? So my opinion, okay, my suggestion is don't rush your experience. Just enjoy what's happening right now. Like, your life is happening right now. Be right where you are, and be okay with just being who you are. And it's like, the more that you're okay with who you are and grateful for what's surrounding you, even if it's like the worst of the worst, my life isn't exactly as I want it to be, but you know what? I love everything about it right now. I love I love what I'm doing right now. And um the experience and learning and growing, and um I don't feel burdened, like 20 years ago working, like I always felt burdened and overwhelmed, and just like, but I've gone through all these lessons, and like today, like, I'm still a single mom. I'm still, doing all the stuff, like, but my life is great. Like, I really freaking enjoy it, and I'm grateful. And I don't know, I just don't rush your experience. I mean, you can if you want to, but that'll be your experience that you need to have. But there's a lot of joy in the moment, and all will be revealed when it's meant to be revealed. And trust your own experience. Nobody is ahead of anybody else. Nobody's like better than the other. It's like, just because you're not here, and so like you don't know what anybody else has done. It's like, um it takes practice, 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 practice every day. Like every single day. Every single day. So It's like you got to figure out what are your priorities, because what's important to you may not be the same things that are important to me or her or him, or so that was a good place for me to start. So, but the things that I do every day because they're important to me. And I've slowly been expanding and opening up to a whole new way of living. But it's taken practice. So, and it continues to take practice. So, don't be in a rush, all right? Being super spiritual is just about being true to yourself. And you can take any kind of drug or whatever, even if there is a magic pill, it's like if you take it, it's like, and you're still not comfortable with who you are and your own truths and beliefs, it's like you're not going to know what to do with your experience. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, or you're going to miss the boat of your experience or something like that. It's just, yeah, everything is in due time. So just enjoy what's happening right now and stop being in such a rush. Forever is now, people. All right. I love you. Bye.